Welcome, everyone. If you've been looking for a chance to break into international relations, well, you're going to want to pay close attention to this explainer. Today, we're exploring an absolutely fascinating and, quite frankly, highly sought-after career opportunity that's currently open at the German consulate, right in the bustling heart of Mumbai. When you think about the massive, constantly growing scale of the German-Indian economic partnership, a role like this is literally a front-row seat to having a real global impact. So let me ask you, have you ever dreamt of a prestigious international diplomatic career right here in India? For a lot of ambitious job seekers, especially if you're a recent grad, the whole world of diplomacy can feel completely out of reach. It kind of feels like something that requires decades of experience or super deep political connections, right? But actually, this specific role is the ultimate launchpad for a global career. Section 1. A prestigious diplomatic opportunity. Okay, so we're talking about the role of an economic, political, and protocol officer. And what's crucial here is that this is a full-time position. It's a permanent step into the world of foreign affairs. But before we get totally into the weeds of the daily tasks, let's just ground ourselves on what this office actually does. A consulate is basically a government office of one country, in this case, the Federal Republic of Germany, located inside another country, which is India. This office is the absolute front line for diplomatic work, political relations, trade, and cross-border cooperation. Working here carries immense prestige and international weight because, well, you're acting as a direct bridge between two of the world's major economies. Section 2. Decoding the job role. Now, I know that economic and political/protocol officer is quite a lengthy, multi-hyphenate job title. It can easily sound overwhelming at first glance, but it actually seamlessly combines three distinct pillars of diplomatic affairs into one highly dynamic position: economic work, political work, and protocol responsibilities. You're truly getting three jobs in one, which means your days are rarely going to be repetitive. Let's look at the first pillar. What is really fascinating about this first pillar is the focus on directly shaping German-Indian economic relations. You aren't just sitting back as an observer. You're actively monitoring Indian business developments and researching policies that affect international businesses. You'll be preparing vital reports on trade and investment that are actually going to be used to guide real-world economic strategies. It's incredibly hands-on. Moving over to the second pillar, we have the political work. This is the critical task of keeping your finger right on the pulse of India. You'll be following domestic political developments, tracking government policies, monitoring elections, and keeping a really close eye on broader diplomatic matters. The summaries and reports you write are exactly what German officials are going to rely on to stay informed about India's complex political landscape. And then we reach the third pillar, protocol. The word protocol sounds super formal, right? But it simply means managing official diplomatic procedures and formal events. It is absolutely essential for recent graduates to fully grasp this, because in the diplomatic world, procedure and etiquette are everything. They are literally the universal languages of respect. Let's look at the hands-on reality of protocol management. This means you are going to be the core coordinator for high-level diplomatic meetings. You'll be managing official visits, arranging the highly complex schedules of international delegates, and above all, ensuring that strict diplomatic etiquette is followed to the letter. Basically, you are the architect of smooth international interactions. Section 3. Inside the work environment. So now that we understand the duties, what does a typical day actually feel like when you walk through the doors of the Mumbai office? Well, the official post specifically invites applicants with this exact sentiment: join our team and be part of a dynamic international work environment. And that translates to a highly professional atmosphere where you're interacting daily with diplomats, government officials, and international organizations from all over the globe. It is a true melting pot of global perspectives, right at your desk. Now, here is a really crucial point. This consulate operates on the principles of an inclusive, equal opportunity hiring process. The job listing explicitly states they encourage applications from all candidates, regardless of gender. Both men and women are highly encouraged to step up and apply for this prestigious role. It's all about finding the best fit for the team. Section 4, are you the right fit? Let's transition the focus back to you to help assess your own background. It is a demanding position for sure, but you might be surprised by how well your current academic and professional skills align. The ideal candidate is going to have an academic foundation in political science, international relations, economics, or public policy. And this needs to be paired with key skills like strong English communication, rigorous research, and event coordination. Notice that while German language skills are a valuable advantage, stellar English and research capabilities are the real core requirements for succeeding in this daily work. Section 5, Your Path to Applying. We've covered the what and the why, so let's look at the practical logistics of how to actually secure this interview. The vacancy announcement provides a specific direct portal link, t1p.de/nvden. This is exactly where you'll find the official documents outlining exact experience requirements, salary details, and the full list of documents you need to submit. Definitely do not wait to check this out. And here is the most important number, 25, as in May 25th, 2026. That is the absolute final deadline to submit your application. Keep this date circled in red on your calendar. Time is very much of the essence if you want to gather all your documents and put forward a highly competitive application. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Are you ready to shape the future of German-Indian relations and launch your international career today? Because this really isn't just a job, it's a seat at the table of global diplomacy. Head over to that application portal and take the leap. Thank you so much for joining me, and best of luck to all the focused learners out there applying.